Kanye, dude.
Kanye.
He's mentally ill.
Yeah.
And people are saying that like that's not an excuse to say racist shit. And I don't know. I can't speak to whether it's an excuse or not.
Right.
But it's definitely.
But it's a fact.
It's a fact.
Right?
And I'm sorry, but sometimes this is the face of mental illness. If you want to destigmatize mental illness,
that's
you're
what
gonna
it
have to
is.
destigmatize every now and then when you're in a manic episode. Someone's saying that Hitler's cool.
Yeah. You don't have to invite them on your podcast to give them a platform. But
No.
if your platform caters to that kind of thing, it's pretty great.
Although Alex Jones was like,
Alex Jones was
he's
like, oh
bro.
my God, what the
Bro, dude.
fuck? He was trying to step him back.
He was.
Off the edge. Isn't that, okay, if you didn't think Kanye West was mentally disturbed before, Alex Jones being his North Star,
Is that his guiding?
his compass, right?
Yeah.
Should be an indicator that things ain't copacetic in the West House.
Yeah, because if I was on, I love a good troll, dude.
Of course.
If I was on AJ's show and he started like kind of like grimacing or being like, oh,
You
I'd be
lean
like,
into it.
oh
It's like,
shit,
oh,
what did
here
I
we go.
do?
Here we go.
I probably wouldn't. I'd be like, oh my
No,
God,
it's
I
like,
crossed
wow,
the line.
hold on, dude. I fucked up AJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think AJ is actually, I don't think
No,
he's
no, no.
racist or anti-Semitic.
He's playing
he's just
he
a
is a character.
Oh, that
And-
too. It's mostly a character.
And he's leaning into it. I think he's a smart guy
Yeah.
because he's
He's
Bill
not an
Hicks.
Yeah, you try to be Bill Hicks and then
Try
turn
being Bill Hicks and then dying and then turning into-
fake your own death and then have a really successful
Right.
independent show.
Yeah. Give
He's
that a
indie,
shot.
dude. Has anyone ever called Alex Jones indie?
Not in the same sense that people think of indie, but this is the face of indie.
I know someone who's been on. I mean, he doesn't know me, but like in L.A., there was this.
Guy who was on Alex Jones.
Well, he was a stand-up comedian. His name is Ben Avery, and he's very funny. Him and his brother, they're both from Texas, so I kind of like.
Some boys.
But Ben Avery started doing. He's the podcast producer for Tim Dillon. Have you seen him
Yes.
around?
Tim Dillon's big.
Yeah, and they went. Him and Tim Dillon went on Alex
AJ?
Jones' podcast.
That's cool.
Yeah, but just for lulz.
Of course, man. You don't go. I mean, like,
Because
you have to know your station in life to go on Alex Jones, right? You have
I
to
would
know.
love it, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Would you go on Alex Jones?
Yeah, man. It's
Oh my God.
it's a big production.
That would be so awesome.
It would be cool.
And people would hate the real brothers. No, sorry. I was trying to avoid saying the N word.
yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
You got to.
You should.
No, but the real ones. That's what you say. The real
ones.
would be like, dude, that is awesome that you went on Alex Jones. And then all the
Yeah.
ones that you don't want, all the fake ones that
Yeah.
you don't want in your life.
No, yeah. It's an easy
a filter.
disqualifier. It is a filter.
It would be
Yeah.
so fun. You go to the compound. They like. I'm sure they.
Me. You think they scan you?
I think they blindfold you on the way in so that you don't. I mean, they probably don't. But I mean, they.
there's probably the website's the fucking address is probably on the website.
I doubt it.
You think it's just a PO box?
Do you
that
think
makes
Alex
way more
Jones
sense.
wants to accidentally meet the people that listens to his show?
No,
He knows.
He's smarter than
Yeah,
that.
he's like, dude, I am not gonna.
like those guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I used to listen to him.
Yeah.
a
I
lot.
remember you told me you loved him.
I like him.
You just like characters, man.
I do.
And like you like Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, I listen to Rushbo.
The thing about them, it's undeniable what
They have
they
great
do, right?
voices. They're great broadcasters. You can't take that away from them.
Right.
Also,
One's a Presidential Medal of Honor winner, dude. You try to take that away from
I
him.
forgot about that.
Isn't that great?
Anyways, I actually felt bad for. I feel bad for Kanye. I mean, he's like in
think
full blown
yeah,
like manic episode right
he
now.
is,
and it's like I don't know if you can be held responsible for everything that you
Be
do.
held responsible.
What's that?
She was
Verve?
touching her face.
It's a bad song, right?
She fell in love in the first place.
What's it about
For
again?
the life of me. Like a chick he was boning and committed suicide.
Oh, that's stupid. To wrap up the Kanye,
Kanye
thing, I was
West,
saying that I
yes.
felt bad for him, and I kept talking. You were going to say something. Do you remember what you were going to say? I felt bad for him.
There's should be no limit to empathy, right? But there is.
Yeah.
And I think Kanye West has kind of gone past it for a majority of people.
But I think that's because mental illness is annoying, and
Yeah.
it's like very hard to deal
It's
with.
tough.
And it's the last thing anyone wants to deal with.
Right, exactly. Because you have your own shit, number one. Number two, everyone's probably a little bit
Yeah, but not.
unwell. Not like full blown into Nazis unwell, but everyone's dealing with things, and
Yeah.
like you have a limit. You should have a limit.
Yeah, I have a yeah.
Everyone should have
yeah.
a limit.
Mine is like very small now. I'm like
Yeah.
I don't want anyone mentally ill in my life, which is a controversial thing to say. I think.
Yeah, but I think you should have the freedom to say it because
Yeah.
it's true, right? It's tough to deal with. It's draining, and it requires pretty much constant attention.
It sucks.
If you're their primary caretaker, or even if you're like you're ancillary in their life, and they're like they trust you enough to come to you, right? They will always they just won't leave you alone.
And then they'll just drain you until you're nothing, dude.
Right. And everyone has to have boundaries. Everyone has to have limits because otherwise you're just you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. So what's the? I think people should just stop having him on. I think
Yes,
AJ should-
exactly.
The problem is people
platform-
are having him,
right.
and not even that it's like bad to have him on.
No.
it's not morally bad to have him on. It's just like you're enabling someone that's like, instead of helping them, you're like broadcasting them at their lowest
Right.
point in
Yes.
their life.
Yeah,
That's why I feel bad.
It's
for 'em.
interesting.
It is interesting.
It's interesting seeing it a car crash in real time, but
Yeah.
is it a valid thing to be broadcasting? Yes, no, maybe. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm not the person to make those decisions, but it just feels bad because this guy is going through shit,
Yeah.
right? And he doesn't have anyone in his life who's willing or able
Because people
to.
are sick of his shit, and that's
Either
the
they're
problem.
sick of his shit or they're profiting off of it.
Oh yeah. There's
You
like
know?
those two forces.
Yeah, I mean he's
The only person
he's
that's giving him
surrounded him.
attention is the people that are profiting off of it.
Yes, currently.
All that being said, Kanye, come on the show, dude. Anytime you want, you got
know
an
what?
open seat.
If Kanye did come on the show, maybe we're the guys.
yeah.
Maybe we're the guys
What to an
to
intervention?
profit off of it. Oh. No, if he did come on the show, I feel like I would genuinely feel bad.
He walked off that Tim cast.
Right.
So
and that's a good thing that happened.
yeah.
It's a very good thing that happened.
But I'm just saying you start talking about him being mentally ill.
I'm not
dude,
going to
he's gonna
talk about
call us
him being
Jews and
mentally.
leave.
Oh well,
That's not what you're talking about.
I
You're
mean-
not talking about.
I would try to talk to him about other stuff. Hey, are you in the studio?
It's-
All he wants to
he's-
talk about is
he's
Jews
just gonna-
right now. But I mean, like,
he's
hey,
just-
what if you made a beat about it?
Yeah. Maybe
Right?
make like the sickest friggin' album about
Anti-Semitic
Jews.
Yeah, the Jew dropped the hottest track you can think of.
What's that? Da, 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 da. No, not that.
The
there's
Can-Can?
like have a
Oh.
gila. Dude. Dun, dun, da, 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 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he probably wouldn't do that because it's celebrating it, right?
No, but it's like the juxtaposition.
Oh, right. That's hot. You take the good, you take the bad. You tell the entire story, right? You're not just. It's a more complete thought to set your diss track to a
The thing-
song of their celebration.
Yeah. It's even more disrespectful.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you want to be,
Kanye, if you want
I'm
any
just saying,
tips,
let's get
to
some
accelerate this.
Let's
thing.
at least get some art out of it. I'll listen to your ramblings if you have it on a fat ass
right.
track.
If you put a beat drop in the middle of your ramblings, people will pay attention.
Yeah, man.
Kanye's maybe he's fucking up. Maybe he needs to come on Tummy Time so we can rap about it.
So we can funnel his anti-Semitism in a more constructive.
Well, I
way.
think he has a lot of angst and energy. Right.
I think he just has straight up,
Manic depression.
schizoaffective.
Right. I think he
bipolar
was on
disorder.
meds for a while, but he said that they were diminishing his creativity.
They probably are.
Of course.
I mean, I feel
think-
bad because
look,
I feel bad for him because like those drugs probably suck ass.
Oh, yeah,
and they're
I
probably
can't
not
imagine.
even like actually
They're-
treating the thing. It's probably just
they're
like
just shaving the edges off.
yeah,
Right. So that you're not going to be as euphoric, but you're also not going to be as sad.
yeah.
So you're more of a, mids. But that does like, if you're hyper creative and you're able to be obsessive about it, you can gain massive success like Kanye did because he's just singularly focused on one thing.
And I
which
bet
is
there's
creating
zero
stuff.
insecurity if you're in a manic episode.
Right.
It doesn't seem like there's any self-awareness. So you're not like
Right.
questioning any of. You're just going straight. You're just
You're
going from your
finishing
gut.
things.
You're finishing things.
is the biggest thing is that you're completing things. And even if it sucks, it's out there and you can iterate on that, right? Because the reason people fail at creative endeavors is because they get in their head and they don't ever release anything. you know?
Yeah.
They doubt themselves. And when you're going through an episode, or if you're Kanye West and you're always that way, you can just pump it, and something will hit.
Kanye,
Come on the show.
come on the show, dude.
Look, Tummy Time might be able to help you out.